My name is Laura Lambert, and this is For Dogs Only in Alvin, Texas. And I teach agility classes here on Wednesday nights and Thursday nights. Most any dog can do the sport. Some of the bulldogs and things like that that have the more trouble breathing, they don't really excel in the sport. They can do it. And a lot of just what they call All-Americans or rescues or, mixed breed dogs. I mean, like I said, any dog can do it. Just have a dog with 4 legs and 2 eyes, and they have to be able to see. I mean, that's pretty much your criteria.
Stormy's the youngest one. Roxy is 4. I started working with both of them when they were about 8 months old. I've done this since 2007, so I've done this with labs and another Aussie. Different dogs run different styles. So when I went from labs to the herding breed, I really had to learn a lot of new running techniques.
All 4 did agility. Remy is going to be 5 this month, and Riley is going to be 1 this month. Macy's the oldest, and then Abby. And Abby was very antisocial. She needed lots of work. And so we got involved in doing obedience. And then we took this sports foundation class, and she really enjoyed it. And so then we started taking agility, and we competed just for fun. Once I loved agility, then I got the other 2, the border collies, because they're really made for doing agility. Riley, we're just beginning. They can't start until they're 17 months. And so she's only going to be a year this month, so she has a while before she can compete.
I have a lab that I got when she was 7 years old, and she had not done agility. She had been a hunting dog all of her life, so her job was to go run 100 yards straight through whatever it was, through brush, through trees, whatever, and to go pick up that bird. And that was her life for 7 years before I had her. And when I got her, I had to teach her how to do some of the things on agility. So you can teach an old dog new tricks if they want to, and you make it fun for them, for sure.
Yeah, I ran Macy, and we ran, I think, in 2014 through 2016, I think. Probably 3 years we ran. Basically, she retired after the 2016 season. Macy was letting me know that she didn't really want to do it anymore. And I guess the way that we could see it the most is that you do the first jump, the first obstacle, and then she'd immediately run to the gate and want to leave the pen where we do it in. So, she had her fun doing it for 3 years, but afterwards she was not so much interested in it anymore. Being 15 years old is a long time for a lab. It's just kind of up to the individual dogs as to what they got, how much gas they got in them.
Each dog is different, and I have one dog that he was already competing and ready to compete when he was 18 months old, and he's 7 years old now. I think he has 4 championships in different organizations. I have his half brother. He's 5 years old, and he's still a novice in one organization. So it's they're all different, and it's just like people.
So when you start off with level 1, there's different courses. I do CPE. There's different venues where you can do agility. There's also AKC. I stick to CPE. And we have competitions from October to April. In the hot months, we don't, because it's outside.
There are different levels. There are different organizations of agility. The AKC, American Kennel Club, is one. CPE is Canine Performance Events, and there's others. And they all have different levels, like a beginner, novice level, or started level. Depends what organization is what it's called. All the way up to master, excellent, level 5, level C. I mean, like I said, they're all different.
There's multiple different courses, but the traditional one is called a standard course. And then you have the jumps in there. You can have a panel jump, and you have tunnels. And level 1, you start off with, is probably about 15 obstacles.
And it depends on what organization that you're participating in as to what the faults are. They're called faults, the mistakes. Like in AKC, if a dog knocks a bar down, you automatically don't qualify in that run. In CPE, they can knock a bar down. It varies from organization to organization, but there are a lot of faults called in the course of a trial. You teach them everything in baby steps, just like you do math. You learn how to count first, and then you learn how to add and subtract, and then you eventually, before you know it, you're to algebra. So same thing with dog training.
Laura ran Abby, and I ran Macy. I would run Abby on occasion just to change things up a bit, but I did run Macy, and so, as the handler works with the dog, that's, you get that bond with them when you're working together. You see videos or something of when you ran her in the past, and it's like, man, it's great to see her being able to run like that. And now she has a little bit of arthritis, so she doesn't run as much anymore. So it's like, those were fond memories.
I'll have Stormy tomorrow, but Roxy, this is her first time back through 3 months worth of showing. I haven't shown her, to try to work on some confidence issues. Confidence is what gives a dog what we call drive, where they're going to go on ahead of you. They're not going to go around things. They're not going to just sort of put their head down and trot. You want them to be blasting forward and looking for where you're telling them to go for the next obstacle. So that's what we call drive. And that's a confidence issue for sure. You have to be a team or it's not going to work.
I normally leave early in the morning for work, and I get home probably around 6 or 7 in the evening. Macy's always there at the door. The first thing I see is her wiggling her tail. I think that agility really helped in that fashion, in that it helps you bond with your dog.
Any companion sport you do, whether it's obedience, I don't do conformation, but people that do sort of the beauty show thing, even with that, you build a teamwork with your dog. And some of the dogs like getting groomed and going in and prancing around for the judge. That's not my thing, but anything where you learn and the dog knows that they've accomplished something and pleased you, that's going to make your bond better. I think you'll hear that over and over again about people with bonds with their dogs. Well, I grew up with dogs, but I didn't do anything with them. And yeah, I loved my dogs, but it's a different kind of bond when you've done this kind of stuff.
I'm gonna wait here or out?